And now for the reassembly. I'll pick up that piece after I get this done. First, this screw has to go in. To get the hood close enough. I will say one thing I don't like on these newer motors is not necessarily the sound, but the way they redesign the motor brushings. And I'll explain why after I get this screw in. So these newer motors work fine except for their motor brushings, because now that they got redesigned like this where the brushing is surrounded by this metal thing instead of the motor surrounding by it. I've seen a Sanitaire where it was so rusted, this thing, the motor brushing rusted onto the housing here, and the Sanitaire wouldn't turn on because the motor brushing couldn't get any touching on the motor. So that's one thing I like about the older motors, is that they didn't have the motor brushing like that. So that means it was just a better design on the older motors in terms of the motor brushing, in my opinion. I felt like if Sanitaire just added their extra fans and kept the old motor design, I would have been fine with that. But the motor brushings just aren't as good as they used to be. If they didn't change the motor brushing design, I felt like they would have been better off. I could care less about the different sound. I mean, yeah, the older motors are nicer to listen to, but I mean, to me, it's still a Sanitaire. It still cleans like a Sanitaire. It still has the quality of a Sanitaire. I mean, yeah, they're using cheaper plastic, but I mean, every company does that nowadays. In my honest opinion, I am still... Sanitaires are still worth buying nowadays. They're still worth getting and using because they're still just as much quality. They aren't crap. That is what I'm saying. They aren't crap. They are still worth buying nowadays and using. Yeah, they're motors, but I mean, look at me. I listen to two on my double Sanitaire. I can listen to two of these plastic motors at once and be fine with it. So if I can survive these newer style motors, I'm sure anybody can. And to be honest with you, the people, I know Joe Wheeler didn't seem to care much for these newer style motors, and basically anybody who has not used the older style Sanitaires are really fine with this motor. And I feel like those guys who are used to these older motors that they used to use, I feel like one reason why they do not like these newer style motors is because they have a hard time transitioning from what they used to sound like. And I guess, yeah, we all like something, and then when they transition to something else, it's kind of like, oh, well, this is crap. But I mean, that's kind of how it is nowadays, you know, like a lot of companies change their products in some way. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's not. And I think for Sanitaire, they still are just as powerful as they used to be. They still hold up. I mean, they could be better. But, you know, they still operate like they should. So I'm personally cool with them still. I mean, it's still a Sanitaire. It's still what it is. Gonna have to wipe down the bottom of it. I'll show you guys what it looks like in a minute. So here's the thing, or what's left of it. 2013 rust. That's all I have to say. Rust. And I still haven't replaced the belt. I guess I should get to that, so. And it hasn't even been in there for a month. Maybe like 3 weeks this belt has been in there. And it's already like this. Listen to this brush roll. Maybe it does sound like it should. I don't know. I know there was something off about this brush roll that I didn't like. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna grab it with 2 hands and see if I can figure that out. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but this brush roll is vibrating. It's uneven. It's uneven in this spot. So I think the brush roll, it's not the most terrible brush roll I've come across, but I think it should be replaced. It's rusty. Brush strips are a little worn down. Should be replaced. And the fan. There's the condition of the fan. So the fan still has a lot of life left in it. And the rug plate's rusty though. So hopefully this belt doesn't snap on me. I feel like this is one of the cheaper made ones. I'm hearing sand in this brush roll. So I'm not gonna run this guy simply due to the cord is currently a hazard. You know what? I'm actually just gonna leave the belt on for now because I have yet to. I'm not gonna turn this guy on because if you saw in my teardown video, I discovered a frayed spot in the cord that kind of makes it dangerous to run. And I don't want to run it when it's dangerous to run. So, until the cord is good again, I'm not going to run this guy. So I'm glad I took this guy home and plan to service it. So, there you have it. It's all reassembled. I'm not going to run it because it's just unsafe to run right now. But I guess I could steel wool it down. Go. My simplicity is sounding off a little bit. It shouldn't. I've had this simplicity since I think 2014. I think it was. I've owned this simplicity since 2014, so it's 6 years old. No, 5. Let's see, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, that simplicity is 6 years old, and the Sanitaire is 14. The Sanitaire is 7 years old. That's the brush roll. It sounds a little off. So the brush roll I think is not in the best condition, so it's probably gonna have to be replaced. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.